The Toxic Woman of Riverside, February 19th, 1994. Riverside General Hospital. What started as a routine emergency call would become one of the most disturbing medical mysteries of our time. Gloria Ramirez arrived unconscious, her breathing shallow and erratic. The nurses quickly began standard procedure, drawing blood, checking vitals. But something was wrong. Terribly wrong. The moment they pierced her skin, a sickly, sweet smell filled the air. One nurse noticed an oily sheen on Gloria's blood sample. Then came the crystals, tiny, amber formations floating in the vial that shouldn't exist in human blood. Within minutes, the first nurse collapsed. Then another. And another. One by one, the medical staff began dropping like flies. Nausea, difficulty breathing, muscle spasms. The emergency room that was meant to save Gloria Ramirez was becoming a disaster zone. Staff members were fainting. Some couldn't feel their legs. Others were vomiting uncontrollably. The hospital evacuated the entire emergency department. 23 people fell ill that night. 5 were hospitalized. All from simply being near one woman's body. Gloria Ramirez died that evening, but her legacy of terror was just beginning. The investigators arrived in hazmat suits. They treated the hospital like a crime scene, like a toxic waste site. What they found defied explanation. Gloria's body was emitting fumes so dangerous that the coroner's office had to handle her remains in a sealed chamber. The theories began immediately. Industrial poisoning? A chemical reaction gone wrong? Some suggested dimethyl sulfoxide, a painkiller that, under the right conditions, could transform into deadly compounds. Others whispered about something far more sinister. But here's what keeps me awake at night. The official investigation concluded with a diagnosis of mass hysteria. They claimed that the entire medical staff, trained professionals who deal with life and death every day, simply imagined their symptoms. 30 years later, scientists are still divided. Some believe Gloria's body became a walking chemical weapon through a tragic series of medical treatments. Others maintain that what happened that night was impossible, that human bodies simply don't work that way. But the nurses who were there, who breathed in those fumes, who watched their colleagues collapse around them, they know what they experienced was real. Gloria Ramirez earned a name that night that still sends chills down my spine. The Toxic Lady. A woman whose very existence became poison, whose death scene resembled something from a horror movie rather than a hospital. The question isn't just what happened to Gloria Ramirez. The question is, could it happen again? Could any of us, through the wrong combination of medication, stress, and chemistry, become something dangerous to everyone around us? Some mysteries are meant to stay buried, but late at night when I think about those fumes rising from Gloria's blood, I wonder if we really want to know the truth. The Toxic Lady of Riverside. A reminder that sometimes the most terrifying monsters aren't hiding under our beds. They're hiding in our own biology.